I literally just finished my last review, and now I'm doing this one. This is part 2 of Fico's movie-thon. And lame name aside, Pacific Rim. Oh my god, this movie, directed by Guillermo del Toro, stars Idris Elba, Ron Perlman, one of the dudes from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and a whole bunch of other actors who, deliver pretty, not bad performances. I mean, you can say it's a little cheesy sometimes, but the movie is amazing. It's about the kaiju, these monsters that get summoned from a different dimension, and then it shows how it is that the human race decided to take action because they were getting worse and worse and worse. At first they show you as we could take them on, but then all of a sudden conventional weaponry was not working because the kaiju that were coming out were stronger and worser, and they needed a new game plan, and that's where they created the Jaegers. The Jaegers are big mechs, simply big giant freaking robots commanded by 2 people, because apparently they have this wavelength, this neural handshake that they do, and they basically combine their left and right hemispheres they need 2 brains to power this entire robot, and it's super coordinated, and it's a beautiful movie. It's a beautiful movie, and it's well explained. It's all good loads of fun and science fiction, and it's a lot of stuff that you would see in monster movies. It's a lot of stuff that you would see in a Guillermo del Toro movie as well. I mean, wow. When I first saw the first trailer for Pacific Rim, I was blown away, because I'm into robots. I'm into mecha. I'm into, I used to play MechWarrior 2 on the PC back in the days. MechWarrior 2, Ghost Bear's Legacy. I love mecha-based anime like Evangelion, which is my favorite. Gundam Wing. I'm trying to think of other ones. Escaflowne. I've seen a little of Escaflowne. That was a really good. But a movie, in movies, I always did big kaiju-ish monster features, like the Godzilla movies, and I definitely had a fond respect for this movie when they were just this is the new way now, and my god, these effects were so just out of the freaking water of awesome. This movie came in 3rd place on the open box office. It got beat by Despicable Me, which I can understand that it's a kids movie, and and everybody thought that Despicable Me was pretty good, and Grown Ups 2, an unnecessary sequel that I'm hearing already tons of bad stuff about it, and a sequel to a movie that wasn't good at all, but it made a lot of money, and Adam Sandler decided, let's do another one of these movies where we do nothing, and I'm sure that's going to make a lot of money as well. Yep, and there we go. I hope that when R.I.P.D. comes... R.I.P.D.'s out, by the way. R.I.P.D. came out, and a bunch of other movies come. I want to get swept away. Just never hear of Grown Ups again. 2 weeks, let it die. But Pacific Rim came in 3rd, and I was like, really? Pacific Rim got beat by a little stupid kids movie and a half-ass comedy with no effort or story or anything whatsoever. But I have to ask all of you, commit a super cool duty. Go see Pacific Rim and get that freaking second place or first or whatever. Pacific Rim, just everything about it is just great. I mean, the kaiju look menacing as hell. The actual Jaegers are just amazing. How they look and how they all act, and it just showing how the kaiju are evolving and getting more advanced with their tactics. So even the Jaegers are having problems with them, and then they have to diverse different plans of attack. And there is the dude from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He does a good job. I mean, he does do that character role that he does. He also the one that he did in Horrible Bosses, but he does sell it as a like a renegade kaiju fanboy, and him and his partner provide some really good comic relief. And Idris Elba, holy shit, guys! Idris Elba, he's a badass. I mean, last year he was the badass captain from the Prometheus, and this time he's the badass commander who leads this resistance that are keeping these Jaegers up running in the fear that they might get shut down because they're looking for new strategies for the kaiju. But my God, I mean, it's cool how everything is like done. I mean, the kaiju are getting code names, and the how there's this base, and it's always realistic when you see these big mechs handled and cared for by tons of people, and it's only resting in the hands of these two pilots or fighters. They're kind of like fighters, but they're they control they kind of like assimilate their minds. Their minds are literally inside of each other's minds to make this Jaeger move and punch and just kick ass. Every moment, it was like every moment I was excited. The next moment I got even more excited and more excited, and it was a fun ride, and it was just a ton of action, and it's a ton of excitement, and I like the story. The cinematography was really good. The special effects were just amazing. Guillermo del Toro, man, this guy is amazing. This guy has a gold mine with Pacific Rim. I hope the next time he does a mecha, he'll do it based on one that's been on anime. Hope maybe one day we'll get a Neo Genesis Evangelion movie made by him, because I know that he can make really cool decisions on how those angels would look. And let me tell you, I loved Pacific Rim. I loved Pacific Rim. I cannot wait till that movie comes out on Blu-ray, because that one's mine. They asked during the car ride home, obviously, we were kind of like discussing that maybe like the best movie that I've seen in a while. And you know what? I saw Iron Man 3. I saw Star Trek. I've not seen a whole lot of movies, but I will say this: Pacific Rim may be the best movie I've seen so far in the summer, because Star Trek Into Darkness was amazing, but Pacific Rim, it hit me a lot more closer to home, because I'm not a Trekkie, but I did watch Star Trek also as well. I'm not obsessed with Star Trek. I love the giant robots. I love the references throughout the majority of the actual movie, just like the quirky little guy that just wants to see a kaiju. It reminded me of Kensuke from Evangelion. He was like, he wants to see an angel face to face. He gets his wish and regrets it immediately. I was like, wow, that's pretty cute. That's nice. So Pacific Rim, 5 out of 5, perfect. This movie was awesome, and no disturbing shaky cam like in World War Z. And that was the end of my day as a movie-thon comes and goes. But guess what? It's not over. The week will not be over because on Saturday I'm going to go on a matinee again with Noah and Ann to a different theater, and we're gonna see Man of Steel. Man of Steel is probably the it movie of the summer in terms of how it was hyped, and it definitely, if you don't see that movie, it's not a summer full of movies for you if you haven't. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Saturday, and then of course I will talk about Man of Steel and give you my thoughts and opinions on it. So, but anyway, guys, until then, I mean, the day was epic. Seriously, it was an epic day. Pacific Rim was amazing. Really like World War Z. Cannot wait until Man of Steel on Saturday. I know R.I.P.D. came out, and I'm looking forward to seeing that one. I know the Wolverine comes out very soon, so I want to see that one too. I saw a trailer on it as well. Tons of movies. And I saw a trailer for Seventh Son, which is a movie that comes out next year, I think, and it's slated to be released in January. So it's got a release date for January, but that movie kind of looks pretty badass. I mean, usually January is where you dump the movies that you want to get released quick as possible, but maybe they're trying for, let's get a good movie for January. Let's start the year right. Let's get people excited. I mean, at least I think Seventh Son looks pretty good. So, but anyway, guys, that ends the video for me and Pacific Rim. So, you guys take care and go and see movies. Seriously, this summer's been amazing. I missed The Purge. So if you guys don't go out soon to see this movie, you won't get a chance until it comes out later. So take care, guys. Good night, peace, and bye-bye.